See, my motivation for architecture was to go beyond architecture and to work for a society and culture that embraces equality and hopefully destroy discrimination. And so if you look at all our projects, the question of inclusion is a crucial one. It was a philosophical sort of approach that most architects don't care to think about. As a young child, I used to look down from the treehouse and see, every square foot of the land, next to each other, totally different. That really started to set a pattern of thinking for me. And that's why I guess every project that we do has to be designed separately and uniquely to meet that particular objective. The only consistent thing is to work for excellence. Ted Teramura, my partner, and I developed what we call the 5 P's. The first P is for people, second P for program, the third for place, the site or the environment, and the fourth P for process, and the fifth P for philosophy. It starts with, is this project socially sound for Canada, or the country, or the world? Is this ecologically sound? What is the program? Can the client articulate the program clearly? Can they respect our responses? The Canadian War Museum, first thing we want to do is take a trip, go across Canada and listen to the voices of Canadians, how they feel about war, how they feel about War Museum. Because I was ready to drop the project if the public said, oh, who needs a War Museum? We found out that only 4% were against it or questioned it. The interesting thing that we discovered was that on the overall, I found really marvelous that the Canadians are so modest, but yet very courageous. So modesty and courage are kind of inborn in Canadians. So if you look at the War Museum, the overall shape of the building is very much like a combination of Gatineau coming together with the profile of Canada from the Atlantic to the Pacific. And you'll see some of the quotes of these people. The lobby was based clearly on the music of Wagner and this woman's voice about going down to the depths of hell. It reflects all the input we received. So that's why I say that listening and learning, also going out to visit and talking to people are always very, very useful. Let's take the Bata Shoe Museum. I watched Bloor Street for 28 years and how the sun works on it. On Bloor Street, especially on the south side, which is considered the shady side, well, the sun hits it even late January at a pretty sort of interesting angle, very sharp angle. The interesting thing that I felt we could do is to be able to have sun, shade, shadow all in one face. So if you look at the image of the Bata Shoe Museum, you'll see all these things interacting. And I thought, well, it's kind of crucial to the idea of a shoe.
One of the opportunities that arise when we work in a firm that's been around for 50 years is that the chance comes along once in a while to go back to a project that we've done in the past and revisit some of the ideas that were part of the original project. The former Japanese Canadian Cultural Centre was a landmark building in Canadian architecture and one of Raymond's most celebrated projects. It's a very powerful building, one that has a lot of enduring qualities. A Muslim family purchased the building with the idea of making it into an Islamic cultural center. And they came to Moriyama Teshima because they had always admired the building architecturally and wanted to make sure that whatever work was done to renovate it was done in a way that would respect and enhance the original architecture. And so we worked with them to develop the new building, to renovate it to become an Islamic cultural facility. And the remarkable thing was how the original building was able to accommodate the new use, and I believe very, very successfully, to the sense that today when you go there, it almost seems like it was designed and built as an Islamic cultural center from the outset. You know, it says a lot, I think, about the power of the original architecture, that it can accommodate a new program so successfully.